Hi, do you remember when Tesla said the Cybertruck could
tow a Porsche 911 across a quarter mile faster than the Porsche 911 can go by itself?
Well, they were lying. Sort of. Maybe. The thing is, the finish line they showed in their video was the 1/8 mile, not the quarter mile. And obviously EVs are stupid fast in straight line speed off the line. That's like their party trick. But for example, the Fiat 500e, they claim 0 to 30 times. A lot of EVs actually will say 0 to 30 or 0 to 50 just to prove that they're super fast off the line. But the Fiat 500e is not exactly made for drag racing. Then again, is this actually made for drag racing? I will argue that it shouldn't need to be, but the fact that it can is actually really fun and silly, and I'm actually kind of here for that. So I'm out here with Engineering Explained and Motortrend to test Tesla's technical claim. We would be okay if Tesla was flat out about, hey, the Cybertruck is faster than a 911 while towing a 911 in the 1/8 mile. That'd be fine, super cool. But the fact that they said quarter mile but showed an 1/8 mile, that's what we had an issue with, and that's why we're out here testing it. The quarter mile is basically a gold standard up there with like 0 to 60 times and the like. So we are actually really wanting to see what the real quarter mile time is while towing a 911. Jason here actually already made a video on that whole endeavor and explaining why he thought Tesla might be wrong. So it's actually super exciting to put his math to the test. The thing is, we're not actually sure what's going to happen. So let's find out. So we are out here at Famoso Drag Strip, which is just north of Bakersfield, California. Now, Tesla actually used the now defunct Sacramento Raceway drag strip, just outside of Sacramento, obviously. It's funny enough that that track actually shut down right after Tesla used it last year. Interesting. I don't think it's linked at all. It's just drag strips are actually struggling right now. Anyways, we are here doing the same thing. And really a drag strip is a drag strip. They're pretty much the same across the board. However, I should note, because we're nerdy like that, we are technically about 540 feet elevation higher. We're at 615 feet elevation, whereas the Sacramento Raceway is 75 feet elevation or so. A little bit higher elevation, which technically has a slight effect on the combustion engines, as far as, higher elevation means a little bit less air density, which means a little bit harder to work. However, these 911s are turbo, so that really accounts for pretty much any change. And technically the air density being less means the EV is slightly more efficient at higher altitude. However, we're talking a minimal difference in altitude, so I don't see that having any effect. We also have the 911s. We can only assume Tesla used probably the lightest weight and also slowest 911 available. We know they bought the brand new ones, Elon said 2023 models, so we have here with us two 911 Carrera Ts. Now, technically, this one is the manual, and that's probably what Tesla used because manual is slowest. It requires human operation. Whereas the one on the trailer is a PDK. Now, PDK in German means automatic transmission, and that is actually about 87 pounds or so more heavier than the manual. Now, we have ripped some things out of that Porsche to make the weight back down to normal, so I assure you that won't make any difference, but just to disclose literally everything, unlike Tesla did, that's what's going on. We even have the same exact Futura lowering trailer that Tesla used. Actually a super, super cool trailer. I'm kind of thinking I should eventually try to get one like this for my car. But it's really cool. The trailer lowers down, 911 just drove right on, and we have it strapped down properly. Should be securely in place for the race. But all of this, the Tesla Cyber Beast with its instant power off the line. I mean, we're talking 845 horsepower, maybe 834 horsepower. Interestingly, also, we've seen two different numbers directly from Tesla. One says 622 kilowatts, one says 630 kilowatts. I don't really know. Either way, it puts the power down immediately, instantly. Whereas the Porsche 7-speed manual, not the dual clutch, not the PDK, which means you are shifting manually, which means you're slower than the computer shifts. But by the way, we did weigh the vehicles and the trailer and everything to triple check all the numbers. They are all completely factual. I'm probably butchering the delivery, so please check out Jason's video to actually see the maths. So as far as drivers are concerned, Eric, the testing, I think, director at Motortrend, will be driving the Porsche 911. He's a fantastic driver, has been driving cars, testing cars for 15 years. I think he can shift as fast as possible. Jason, on the other hand, weighs 145 pounds somehow, and so he will be piloting the Cybertruck. No shifting required, and again, the best weight advantage as possible. Also, I just found out the Porsche that's on the trailer is actually weighed, since we weighed them, by the way, it is actually weighing less than the manual Porsche. So we're giving it literally every possible advantage that it can take. Another thing to note is that our Cybertruck has a max speed of 113 miles an hour. Whereas when they unveiled them, and some of the Cybertrucks that have been given to journalists have been a top speed of about 130 or 131 miles an hour. Now, we don't think that'll actually affect the test because we don't see the Cybertruck hitting its top speed in the quarter mile while towing. It would without towing, but with the trailer behind it, all that weight, I don't think we'll even see 110 miles an hour. So that shouldn't really affect anything, but we'll see. What will happen? We'll find out. All right, pre-race interview brought to you by Expo. Jason, how are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling all right. You know, Eric's just run a couple times and he's very quick. So I think, you know, he's running a consistent 12.4, 12.5. I don't think this is going to do that, but we're going to find out if I'm good at math or not right here.
All right, best of luck.
Thanks.
So Eric, your car, a bit louder than the truck. How are you feeling about your odds?
I think I have really good odds from a weight to power ratio, from everything we know having tested both of these vehicles without the trailer and how much weight the Beast is now towing. I think this thing's gonna win.
Jason's best bet is the fact that he weighs 145 pounds.
I don't think that's big enough to make a difference here.
All right, well, good luck out there.
Thanks.
So first official run, the Cybertruck was a 10th quicker in the 8th mile, but a quarter second slower in the quarter mile. Are we surprised? So, Eric.
Yeah.
How'd it feel out there?
Oh, this car felt great, but I was shocked at how quick that Cybertruck is.
You did beat him, which
did.
we expected.
Yeah. So, you know, Tesla might be playing a little fast and loose with some of the results there, but there is a scenario where Cybertruck beats this 911 through the 8th mile.
Yep.
Through the quarter mile, not going to happen, I don't think.
Yep. Without a terrible driver.
No, I mean, unless you're like sandbagging it and intentionally throwing the race, there's not really a scenario where the Cybertruck beats the 911 through the quarter mile.
Nice.
You know, if we look at we had one run where the Cybertruck beat the 911 to the 8th mile mark.
Yeah.
If we look at best to best, the 911 takes it. You know, we also had 2 out of 3 runs where the 911 took it through the 8th mile.
Okay, Jason.
Okay.
How was your drive?
Actually, it was super impressive. The thing hauls, and like the math said it would do it, but I was skeptical until I actually did it.
You don't believe your math?
No, I do, but then, I don't know, Eric started saying like it wasn't going to do it, and I'm like, I don't know, he's smart, I'll trust him. And so anyways, it did it. It was very impressive. It is so stable while towing at 110 miles an hour, which doesn't make sense to me.
That's consumer advice.
Yeah, like don't do it because the trailer isn't rated for it, and I don't think you're supposed to do that anyways. But even in braking, it was chill. Like it was very impressive. Fast, stable, towed very easily. It's like, what more do you want? So while the Porsche did win the quarter mile, I'm very impressed by the Cybertruck.
We might have seen different results if you were on Continental tires.
Yes,
thanks, Jason.
thank you for throwing that in.
Glad we did it. Glad we checked the math, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I came in open eyes. I didn't have a bias. I didn't have a dog in the fight who I wanted to win, but I wanted to know more, and I'm coming away impressed at what the Cybertruck can do.
Yeah.
And also a little bit annoyed with how Tesla handled the messaging on this one.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, great driving out there. You were super consistent. It was incredible.
Thank you.
there we have it. Are you surprised? Are you shocked? Or are you like, we saw this coming? Curious what you all think of this test that they did. Down in the comments below, let us know. But yeah, I had a lot of fun out here with Motortrend and of course Jason Vinsky from Engineering Explained. Big shout out to Famoso Drag Strip, pretty cool facility. And yeah, not too hard to get to. It is near Bakersfield, so it depends what you feel about Bakersfield. But I did find some amazing food in Bakersfield for what it's worth. But yes, Cybertruck, complete beast. I mean, the fact that it can keep almost neck and neck with a Porsche 911 while towing a trailer and a car, like that's definitely a feat. I don't want to gloss over that. That's super impressive. All we did was kind of debunk sort of the claims that Tesla said. Technically, what they showed on camera, if they had just come out straight from the beginning being like, hey, it's quicker at the 8th mile, we'd be like, okay, cool, that's pretty impressive. But the quarter mile is the gold standard. And then when Elon said it's faster in the quarter mile, that's when we were like, hold up. So as it turns out, that's not true. We found out today with many runs, like we actually did like 7 runs and all of them got pretty much the exact same overall ending. Either way, both are fast cars, both are fun cars. In a way, you could say 2-car solution, depends how you feel about them. But definitely check out Motortrend and Engineering Explained, their own videos on this. Of course, Motortrends is like the main, like huge, super high quality production. Jason always has fantastic maths and special nerdy things in his videos. Both of those are definitely worth a watch. You can get into more details of what happened here, but I'm happy to cover it from my angle, just basically providing the truck and hanging out with these guys. They're a lot of fun. I really appreciate being out here. It's a beautiful day in California. But that's it for now. I do enjoy spending a good day on the drag strip, and we'll see you all in another video very soon. Cheers.